Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie or Cakes, and I'm really sorry that my air is on, but it's really cold and I needed some heat. So today I am doing something that people have requested. Last year, you guys wanted me to show every game in my collection. So I will do that, but we're gonna start off small. So first, we're gonna go through this little bin that's just full of like Game Boy Advance, 3DS games, and we're gonna take it from there. Starting off strong, we've got Pokemon Emerald. This one is not mine, but I really want to find my Sapphire and Ruby copy. Got Pokemon Fire Red. We've got Wario Land 4. We've got Mario Kart Super Circuit. We've got Metroid. I believe this one is in Japanese. We've got another game in Japanese. I don't know what this is, so if anybody knows, please leave it down in the comments so that I know. And then we've got another game in Japanese. We've got an English version of Metroid. I'm not sure what this is, but I think from the little bit on there, it might be Metroid as well. We've got Wario Land 3, one of my absolute favorites. Wario Land 2, another goodie. And we've got the OG Wario Land. We've got Rayman, one of my absolute favorites. I just got Rayman 2 on the PS2. We've got Sonic 3. I've had this since I was a kid. We got the Dragon Ball Z collectible card game. And no, I've never known how to play it. We've got Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow. We've got Castlevania, Circle of the Moon. We've got Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga, one of my all-time favorite games. We've got Zelda, the Minish Cap. Never heard of that one. Oh my god. This is the first game that ever came with my Game Boy Advance SP. It is Dora the Explorer Super Spies, and no, I'm not gonna get rid of it. We've got Mega Man 3, Battle Blue Network. We've got Mega Man 4. We've got Mega Man 6, Psybeast Gregor. I might have pronounced that wrong, sorry. Oh yeah, we've got Tekken Advance. We've got Pro BMX 2. We've got Mega Man 02. This one is Mega Man 03. And Mega Man 04. If you can't tell, this is a Mega Man household. We've got Sonic 2. And we've got F-Zero Maximum Velocity. Okay, we've got this little PS Vita game. This is Senran Kagura. We've also got a copy of Splatoon 2. I do want to try out Splatoon 3. I have not played Splatoon before. This little DS game, I believe, is Dragon Quest V. And then we do have some 3DS games. Fire Emblem Fates, Birthright. We've got Yokai Watch. Kid Icarus Uprising. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Persona Quest Shadow of the Labyrinth. We've got Metroid Samus Returns. We have Shin Megami Tensei 4. We've got Mario and Luigi Superstar Sega that includes Bowser's Minions. Pokemon Omega Ruby. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I prefer the older versions. Pokemon Ultra Moon. Pokemon Y. Pokemon Moon. And we're still not done. In this little case we've got Zelda Spirit Tracks. And then we do have another little case. We've got Mario and Sonic Olympic Games. We've got Custom Robo Arena. We've got Pokemon Pearl. And we've got Sonic Chronicles, The Dark Brotherhood. Okay, and the last thing that's in that little box is this tin right here. Okay, so the first one is Metroid Prime Hunters. Then Metroid Prime Pinball. I think this one says Mega Man 2X. We've got the Mega Man Zero Collection. Mega Man 3 Black Ace. And Mega Man Star Force Leo. Okay, for Nintendo 3DS, we've got this Project Zone, which I guess was a limited edition. The cover looks really cool. And now here's a little blast from the past. We've got the Powerpuff Girls Battle Hymn. We've got Powerpuff Girls Bad Mojo Jojo. And we've got Powerpuff Girls Paint the Townsville Green. I don't know what it is when it came to these games. I thought they were so fun when I was a kid, and then I realized rose-tinted glasses are real. These games are not fun or easy. Okay, for Nintendo DS, we've got Super Princess Peach. I've had this one since I was a kid. And then same with Big Brain Academy. If you guys have watched some of my other videos, then you'd have already seen this. This was bought at a con. It is Kamigami no Asobi Infinite for the PS Vita, and it is in Japanese. Oh, we've also got Metroid Zero Mission. And we've got Metroid Fusion, which I just started on my Game Boy SP. And we're not done. We've got tons more Nintendo DS and 3DS games to get through. Okay, we've got Pokemon Black version 2. We've got Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. We've got Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. We've got Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. We've got Star Fox 64 3D. We've got Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor Overclocked. We've got Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker. We've got Etrian Odyssey Untold. We've got Fire Emblem Awakening. We've got Hey Pikmin. We've got Mario Kart 7. We've got Monster Hunter Generations. And now for my own bag full of games that I've had since I was a kid. Oh boy. So for Game Boy Color, I've got Tom and Jerry. Game Boy Advance, I've got Super Mario 3. Game Boy Advance, I've got Harvest Moon. So this does look very chewed up. This is a game of Joust for the Game Boy Advance. Surprisingly enough, it still runs. I've got Metroid Hunter's First Hunt. I believe this was just a demo version, though. It's kind of weird. I've got Spyro 2, Season of Flame. I've got Tak 2 and the Staff of Dreams, one of my favorite games ever. I've got Mario Kart DS. This came with my original first red DS that I loved so much until it broke off the hinges. This is my extremely chewed up version of Mario & Luigi's Superstar Saga. It still runs. I think of Cookie, my dog who chewed it up a long time ago. I think of her very fondly. I've got Spyro Shadow Legacy, one of the absolute worst Spyro games to date, and I love it. Here's Spyro, Season of Ice. Here's Tony Hawk's Proving Grounds. Here's Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition. Here's Detective Pikachu for the 3DS. And here's Frogger's Adventures for the Game Boy Advance. Here's a very old copy of Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy Color. It still runs. Here's my copy of the Rugrats movie. Wow, I'm shocked that this still runs. It is a very old Game Boy Color copy of Jurassic Park. I've got Monster Rancher Battle Card. And I've got Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. And then I don't know how I ended up with 2 copies of Pokemon Silver, but I do. And then I also ended up with 2 copies of Pokemon Gold. And then I also have a blue. And this doesn't have the picture on it, but it is Pokemon Red and it does still run. Okay, the last thing we're going to cover in this video is the PSP. So this was newly added. We've got Parappa the Rapper for the PSP because the original version for PlayStation 1, it's kind of rare now and very expensive. And so I was like, you know what? They re-released it and that's all I could really ask for. So let's just get the PSP version. This is a copy of Alien vs. Predator 2. I believe we got it from GameStop and they didn't have the cover for it, sadly. We've got Star Wars Battlefront Elite Squadron. I've never played any Star Wars games, so I want to hear from you guys, like, do you like them? Are they all good? Are some of them really bad? Because I've heard things on and off about the Star Wars games. We've got Daxter. A really long time ago, my cousin actually had a PSP, not me, and she had Daxter, and so I used to like playing it, even though neither of us had any idea what we were doing. We've got Resistance or Retribution. We've got Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles. The cover art is really nice, though. We've got Mega Man Maverick Hunter, another Mega Man game. My all-time favorite Ape Escape. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that we did go ahead and get this. I am gonna play this today. And then lastly, we've got Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Now, if you made it through all of those very tiny games, thank you for making it to the end. I appreciate you. I have tons more games to show you guys. I just wanted to get more of the smaller games out of the way. Next, it's probably going to be either a very old console or maybe like PlayStation 1 games and PlayStation 2. But if you've seen my bookcase, there's a lot of games. And by a lot, I mean a lot. And I'm a very short person, so some of the games I actually can't reach. So we may end up setting up the camera to face it and I'll just read off the titles, or I will find a way to bring them down so that I can also show you the cover art because I feel like that's half of the fun. But anyways, it is a work in progress. Thank you so much for coming by. Drink some water and have a great day. Bye!